Students, this video is a continuation of the topic preposition. You have already learned about what is preposition, preposition of time and preposition of place. Today, I will explain you what are the other types of prepositions. Prepositions of movement. What are they? They are used to show movement from one place to another. In other words, when a person or a thing changes its angle, position or direction from one to another. To describe these movements, the words we use are called preposition of movement. They are often used with verbs of motion. For example, if I take a word run, can you imagine a person standing at a same point can run? Never. Take one more word, fly. Can a bird fly remaining at same point? No. So these two words, run and fly, they are called verbs of motion. They are found after the verb. When you will observe the structure of a sentence, you will find that prepositions of movement are always placed after verb. I have an example. She pushed her face towards the audience. Which word is here the preposition of movement? Yes, towards. She pushed her face. What is pushed here? Pushed here is the verb of motion. And you will see that the preposition towards is placed after the verb. Let's understand it with a picture. Here is audience and a girl. Do you see that the girl is facing to the audience? No. What she will have to do if she wants to have a look at the audience? She will have to turn her face. So the girl pushed her face towards the audience. This is change of position of the face. The girl's face is lifted to have a look at the audience. What is difference between across and through? Across is a movement from one side of an area, surface or line to the other side. In other words, if someone or something goes across a place or a boundary, they go from one side of it to the other. For example, if I say that she walked across the road, it means that she has to go from one side of the road to the other. Here is an example. I drew a line across the paper. Why across here? Because I have drawn a line from one end of the page to the other. Whereas through is movement from one side of an enclosed space to the other. What is enclosed space here? Enclosed space is a place that is surrounded from all sides and has a limited area to go through it. For example, in this picture you have a dragon. It flies through the fire. Here this is a circular form of fire and the dragon flies through this limited area. Next example is of a baseball. The baseball went through the window. Why through here? Because this window is an enclosed space and ball came through it. That's why it's used here through. Next is difference between along and around. What is along? Why it is used as a preposition? Along is to follow a line. In other words, along is used to show the movement of a person parallel to other thing lengthwise, like a road or anything. Whereas around is to go in a circular direction around some obstacle. The difference between these two is of movement. Along is in a line, whereas around is in a circular direction. We can understand it through example. Here we have a lake. We walked around the lake. Observe the direction. The lake is in a circular form, and the line with arrow shows that we walked around the lake, because here the movement is done in the form of circular. And the next is we walked along the road. Here road is in a line and we are walking parallel to it. That's why we say here we walked along the road. Next is what is difference between into and out of. Into is to go from outside to a space inside. See in the picture, here is a box and the cat is going inside the box. That's why we can say here the cat went into the box. Whereas out of is to go from inside to outside. For example, you can see here in the box the cat is jumping out. The cat jumped out of the box. What is difference between onto and off? Onto and off refer to surfaces, whereas into and out of they refer to enclosed spaces, just as I have already made it clear what is enclosed spaces. Surface, just like the top of the table, that is a surface. Here is the picture. The ball jumped onto the box. You can see in the picture, here the box is closed and it has a top. And when the ball jumped on the box, this movement is called onto, because it's not going inside the box, it's touching the surface. So we can say onto. We have one more example. Here you can see that there is a cat and a box, and box, the open surface of the box is upside down and the surface or the bottom of the box is upside, and cat jumped on it. So what we can say? The cat jumped onto the box. And off, what is off? Jumped off the wall. When a person or a thing jumped from the surface to the lower part or down, then we say off. Just as you can see, the cat jumped off the wall. Next example is, here is a girl who has fallen from the swing. So how can we say it? The girl fell off the swing. Here swing is the surface and the girl fell from the surface downward. That's why we can say the girl fell off, O-double-F, off. Next is towards and from. If you go towards something, you get closer to it, just as you see in the picture. Here is a man who is going towards the bend. The direction of the arrow shows that The man is going towards the bank and he is coming closer to it. If you go away from something, you get farther away from it, as you see in the picture. Here, the man is going far away from the bank. That's why we can say walking away. The distance is increasing. What is difference between up and down? Going up the stairs or going down the stairs? These are physical movement. I can say the man is walking or going up the stairs or going down the stairs. But sometimes we use these prepositions when the prices of something goes up or down, or when the number of something is increasing or decreasing. For example, the price of food has gone up in the past 2 years. The number of children per family has gone down. In this way, we can use up and down. Past. What do you mean by past? At the far side of something, beyond. We have two meanings. Beyond. Beyond here means on the other side of something. And second meaning is at the far side of something. Here we have a picture to elaborate it. Here in this picture you can see that there is a girl who is cycling and a boy. She is cycling past the house. In this you will see that the girl is cycling, and when she is cycling on the way, once she came closer to it, but now she has left it back and she is moving forward. Similarly, the boy is walking past the house, means the house is left behind and he is moving forward. And the other way is also, if I say ki what is beyond this house, I can say there is a temple. Beyond means on the other side of the house. Prepositions of agency. A preposition of agency describes a person or a thing that has caused or is causing something to occur. Occur means to take place. When a medium of an action is a person or a thing, we use prepositions of agency for them. Sentences containing preposition of agency are usually written in passive voice. Prepositions of agency are always used in passive voice, not in active voice. What is difference between active voice and passive voice? In active voice, subject is given more importance, and in passive voice, what is done to the subject is given more importance. And employ means use the preposition by for people and with for things. To express the prepositions of agency, we use by for people and with for abstract noun or things. For example, the house was built by the 3 siblings. This is a passive form. Here, by is preposition of agency. What is more important here? The building of the house. And the 3 siblings are not given much importance. The 3 siblings built the house. This is active voice. In this sentence, the 3 siblings, they are given more important than the building of the house. Her heart is filled with emotion. Here, the preposition of agency is with, and this is an passive form. Emotions filled her heart, this is active. So, there is no need of preposition of agency. Prepositions of instrument or device. A preposition of instrument or device is used when describing certain technologies, machines, or devices. These prepositions are by, with, and on. Typically by refers to the method of transportation, whereas with and on describes the use of machines and other devices. When the medium of an action is not a person but a technology, instrument or device, then we use the preposition of instrument or device, and they are, by, with and on. If we are talking about the method of transportations, we use by. How did he go there? By car. Whereas with and on, they describe the use of machines and other devices. For example, Aunt Patricia returned home by ferry. Ferry is here a boat. So this is a mean of transportation. She opened the locked door with an old key. What is old key here? Old key is a instrument. May I finish my homework on your computer? What is computer here? A machine. So we are using by for transportation, means of transportation. With is we are using for an instrument, and on we are using for a machine. Prepositions of reason or purpose. It describes why something has occurred or will occur. Means when we come to know the reason of a particular action, we use prepositions of reason. And these are through, because of, an account of, and from. For example, everything I did was for you. Means whatever happened and you was a reason behind it. Through her bravery, we were able to escape unharmed. How we were able to escape unharmed? Means without being harmed. The reason is her bravery. Because of the delay, I was late to the parade. Why I was late to the parade? Reason was delay. The employees refused to work on account of their low pay. What is the reason of the employees refusing to the work? That is low pay. He knows from experience how to deal with them. What was the reason of his knowing to how to deal with them? Is his experience. Next is origin. When we describe a person or thing's origin, from where it originated, such as nationality, means to which nation he belonged to, hometown, state, ethnicity, the place where something was built or designed, we typically use the preposition from and to a lesser degree of. For example, I met the most delightful couple from Italy. Means this couple belongs to Italy. To tell this relation, we use the word from. This is preposition of origin. I'm from New York originally, but I have lived in Dallas for many years. And this is tell that I belong to New York originally. Means basically I belong to New York, but where he lives, somewhere else for many years. The new professor is of Turkish descent. The new professor who is appointed here, actually he belongs to Turkish descent. The new computer from the tech giant should be revolutionary. Here we are talking about the new computer, and the origin of it is the tech giant. So all these words are telling us that one way or the other they belongs to their origin. Phrasal prepositions. Phrasal prepositions are grouped into phrases of 3 or more words. These are also called compound. that could include adverbs, verbs, and other words that function as one phrasal preposition. A phrasal prepositions include in addition to, in spite of, on account of, as soon as opposed to, as far as, in reference to, on top of, with the exception of, in front of, as long as. You will see that all these prepositions are in a group of more than two words or in three. For example, he was speaking in reference to the climate change issues. In reference to is a phrasal preposition here, where it is referred that the speaking of his is referring to the climate change issues. I stand here in front of you all to demonstrate my qualities as a great leader. In this sentence, I is standing in front of audience of you. You refers to someone. All to demonstrate, to show his qualities. On account of here refers to reason, the new law erected by the minister. Society is now able to declare their own taxes. I will tell you once more, as long as I run this board, I am the man in charge. As long as, this is phrasal preposition, referring to one meaning or the other. There are at least 50 common phrasal prepositions that I think everybody must learn. I will describe all those 50 prepositions in my next video. Keep watching. Thank you.